Hello and welcome back to the shit show, episode 3. But today we have somebody special who's joining us. Actually, a British. Is it British or UK? Or
Oh,
is
I'm
that the same
British.
thing?
Yeah,
British.
I'm British. I'm British. Yeah.
A British lad who has joined us today. Nathan Robb, who is.
Hello.
We talked about this earlier before we started the podcast, but a streamer, in the sense of like. If you want to explain on what you said to us when you joined the call.
Okay, right. So, like, probably a lot of guests that you have, they stream probably like three. Is it the minimum usually? Like around 3 times a week, probably like 4 hours. But I stream twice a week and only 2 hours on each stream, so I do 4 hours a week. So it's part like I take the streamer title, but I'm definitely not a streamer.
No.
I'm just me. No.
You're just you.
I'm just me. I'm just there, and people are like, "Oh, it's Nathan."
Oh, he's streaming again.
Oh, look, it's Tuesday. Oh, look, Nathan's there. Oh, all right,
He's
Nathan.
I can watch this while I'm on my lunch break.
Do you know what? It's so true because I'll have people come in and they're like, especially from the States, they're like, "Oh, I'm just at work. All right, Nathan. Like, how you doing? Blah blah blah. All right, see you later." Like, that's literally how it goes. But I wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
No,
quite nice. It's quite nice.
That's awesome. So yeah, anyways, so he streams like 4 hours, 4 hours a week, which is basically like my schedule. If not, I stream like one day, which is like typically a Sunday, and I'm like, all right, this is good. This puts in my quota to be a streamer, to put that title in my bio.
In your bio, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Twitch affiliate, smiley face bio.
Full-time streamer! Exclamation point.
Yeah, full time,
God,
4 hours. To be honest, though, you don't have to stream like 12 hours a day every day. It's like you really
No.
don't. So.
See, I'm such a preacher of quality over quantity. So, like,
Mhm.
not being big head, like, I don't want it to be big headed, but me doing me 4 hours a week at the quality that I believe I'm at, I'm happy with, rather than me overworking myself doing 4 days a week, 4 hours, and just getting tired. Like, I'm naturally like a tired person anyway.
Mhm.
So like the 2 hours, I only recently went to 2 hours. Before I was doing one day a week for like the majority of the year. But then people just started moaning at me because they was like, I can't come and watch you. You need to add another day, blah blah blah. And I thought, all right, I'll just add another day. But no way am I adding any more. That's my hobby. You know what I mean? Do me
Yeah,
2 days, and that's it.
Exactly. Plus the team that you joined, and
Yeah.
congrats, by the way, on hitting 300 subs on Twitch.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you.
what an
Yeah.
accomplishment! It's amazing.
That's like, that's why when I say, and I think I wrote in the post, for somebody that only does like 4 hours a week, I
That's like-
must be doing something right. So
Mhm.
rather than ruining it and going crazy, and don't get me wrong, people doing more hours than me, like, go for it. If you can do it, do it. But for what I've achieved at my like level,
Mhm.
I'm happy. Like, I'm very, very happy, you know?
Mhm. With how everything's going, and I really like that. As we were doing some research on you, obviously, because I like to do research.
Oh God.
I like to take.
Oh,
But not
Where were you on this day, this time? We know what you did.
about what you were doing, and we scrolled past that tweet. You said that you hit
Yeah.
300 subs, and we were checking out your Twitch stream. I was like, man, he doesn't stream that often, and I was like, what the
I
fuck?
don't do that much, no. Like I said, I'm just there.
But it just shows that you have really a good quality stream in that sense.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
I'll pay you after the podcast. That's
okay.
fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Just put it in my PayPal.
She'll do it for exposure.
Oh,
Oh.
Clout, got you. Oh God, here we go.
The E word. I hate the E word so much. As like a video editor, I've come across a number of, different people that try and like have me edit their stuff for free or whatnot, which is, fine. Not a lot. Some people don't have money, whatnot, but like I've been doing this for 3 years. I used to do it for free way in the beginning to build up my portfolio, and then I'm fine with. But at that point, I was like, I'm working with creators that have 1 million subs, 300K. I'm not like, I'm not.
can't do it
I'm
for
not
free,
doing it for free
no.
anymore. I'm sorry, like.
Nah, I get that.
Know your
100%.
worth a bit about that. So, and
You gotta
also,
earn your money somewhere. You know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
be doing everything for free.
and that's what I mean by now. Like Ben, who's my partner in this, well, he's doing this full time now. He's like he's getting paid for this right now. Like he's saving up money on the side. He's got enough for it. So, it just shows persistent and whatnot can achieve your dreams. I'm next. Think hopefully next year I can quit my job and move
You
on,
got
but
this. You got this.
we'll see. Also, I don't know if you wanted to talk a little bit about your merch drop that you.
Oh.
Yeah, your nap life thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you know what? Do you know what? I was like, this could not have timed well because obviously with a podcast, you kind of you talk about yourself, not in a horrible way, but you want stuff to talk about. So if you've got something that has recently happened, to me, it's perfect timing. So yeah, merch is coming. I didn't want to do my logo, which to be honest is just NR anyway. It's nothing exciting.
Mhm.
Um, I didn't want to do me emotes, even though I love them.
Mhm.
I just didn't want to do a Stream Elements merch, as I call it, and that's no disrespect. But if I want to do merch, I'm gonna do
You're gonna
merch.
do merch,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I worked with Exodus. Big shout out to them. We had like meetings and going through designs and that sort of stuff. And I was like, if I don't want to do NR, I need to like do something that still symbolizes me, but I don't know, I'd like something just relatable, but I wanted it to be like relatable to everyone. Like
Mhm.
I didn't want to just do merch that's just will only go for boys, like to wear for girls to wear. Do you know what I mean? I kind of wanted to do it like just general.
Mhm.
Um, so a teddy bear, I'm a softie. Like I'm not a macho man. You know what I
Aw,
mean? I'm an emotional person. I'm a softie. So
awesome.
I was like, we was going through animals and everyone knows that I'm tired, and they was like, I would do a sloth, and I was like, but that's predictable. Like a sloth is predictable for somebody like moping around and whatnot. I think it's predictable. I was like, let's do a teddy bear. So we got different designs of teddy bears on like the internet and like kind of messed around and whatnot, and then they come up with the design of the Nap Life merch. So yeah, that's launching early December. There's a discount code at launch, so
Mhm.
I'll make sure that goes in the tweet. Everyone loves a discount around Christmas, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, 10% off. But yeah, hopefully, well, the perception of like it got really good like feedback, and
That's awesome.
I asked like a couple of people because people a lot like we all know people are there for like congratulations and whatnot on Twitter, but sometimes they're not there for like all the other bits. It's just for them to look good. So like if everyone's commenting like congratulations, they jump in like, oh, congratulations, and I'm like, do you mean congratulations or are you just joining in because so and so's replied? Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, so I had a couple of conversations with people off of social media because I wanted their like honest opinion, you know. And I asked Eric Hounchy on the team. He was there as well throughout like the process. Like, I was like, "What do you think of this, Matty?" All of that. So yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy.
And they have positive feedback. I think that's why, like,
Mm.
certainly when I'm working on things as well, I like to get a second opinion about it, and
Hmm.
because you'll go on Twitter, and, like you said, everybody's like, "Oh my god, yay!" Like, good job, but at the same
Hmm.
time, you want you want to have honesty.
Yeah.
So, like for example, a secret project that I'm working on as well. Well, I had Joseph take a listen to it, and I was like,
Hmm.
how do you like that?" And he, brought in his opinion and whatnot, and I had Maddie listen to it as well. Bless Maddie.
Hmm.
So it's like it's good to have surround yourself with people that can give you encouragement, but also give you honesty. Like maybe it
Yeah.
doesn't look good or whatever the heck it is, or it looks great or whatever it
Hmm.
might be. So it's really cool. How long has the design been? How long
Oh
has this been in
God.
the works?
So I would probably say, honestly, around 3 to 2 months.
Really?
Um, yeah. So, like I said, it was kind of because at the end of the day, they're working with another streamer that a lot of us know. I don't know if I can say too much, but um,
Oh, bleep.
Snitch.
yeah, they're working with another streamer that we all know and everyone on our little bubble loves to bits. So they've got that coming out. So obviously, me kind of having my vision and a time frame that I wanted to drop, because
Mhm.
like I said, I wanted it to drop early December, so that it's in time for people for Christmas. And do you know what I mean? Do you know
Yep.
what I mean? I
Yep.
wanted it, but obviously, I have to then work around their schedules. Bearing in mind, I believe one of them lives in Texas, so that time zone is not like Eastern. It's not the 5 hours. Um, one of them was living in Europe, but then has now moved to America. So just trying to work that balance as well as everyone's working life and whatnot, and having meetings and going through. So yeah, I'd probably say like a good 2 3 months for the post to come out with the actual designs. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a long time, but I'm sure you're very proud of it and you're very happy with. Oh, because
Do you
obviously you're
know?
showing it off.
Mm, do you know what? I'm proud of. Like I said, I'm proud that I didn't do the generic route, and that's why I always say like I treat myself a bit different to everybody else on Twitch. Like not in a big-headed way, but just everything is all a bit different. Like there is no harm in doing like a stream elements, or I don't know if the other one does merch, but yeah, all right, it's easy and it's a lot of the route a lot of people go, and that's no disrespect, but I would rather not release something, plan something for 3 months, and then be like, "There's my work." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
That's
putting
what I would rather.
because I think Stream Elements and I'm on that same wavelength as you, but Stream
Hmm.
Elements you can do it online and then have it's them handling all the merch and selling, so you can do
Hmm.
that instantly. Basically, you can launch
Yeah.
the next day as long as you have your design or whatnot already up. I would
Hmm.
imagine. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much. I think it's like a lot of the printing companies, like print. I don't know if you guys are aware of Printful and I think Shopify as well. I think that's
Yeah.
a website one.
I've heard of
So
Shopify.
so it's pretty much the case if you just put your design on a t-shirt, it's the same t-shirt that anyone could use, but obviously it's got your design and they handle the shipping and whatnot. I think that's what a lot of people, the Stream Elements one is as well.
Oh, okay. So it's like a pre. But that
Yeah,
does that kind of limits your
creativity, your
a bit
colors.
because
Yeah.
it's kind of like a template that everybody has working with the same
Mhm.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
I feel about that.
I did this shirt through
Mhm.
Streamlabs because
Mhm.
you know I thought it'd be funny,
Mhm.
and it does like you so pretty much you can only put something in a finite square that's on the middle. You can pay extra to have stuff put on the arms and the back and whatnot, but
Mhm.
realistically like you just get like a certain size square to go on the front. And I haven't had this thing that long either, but with it getting washed, this is all like you can't really see it on
Yeah.
the camera, but a majority of it is peeling off now.
How long have you had
So
that? Ooh.
I I think honestly, I think honestly at most like maybe 6 months,
And
but
it's
I can't
already.
remember.
I
It's
would.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't know how I feel about printed. I would like to have it like sewed in,
Like embroidered.
Yeah.
embroidered. That's the word. Yeah,
I
I'm
love big
French.
words like that. You know what I mean? It makes you sound fancy and
'Cause I
smart.
just,
Embroidered.
I
You gotta
just.
put the pinky out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just bought Ludwig's merch and I had it in, and him is actually like embroidered in, so it's like you can feel it. It has a texture to it. So it's so nice. I feel like those last a little bit longer than printed because it
They
washes
do.
out.
Because
So
this is like in person, you can tell that this is
getting,
Oh.
peeling really bad.
getting a little worn
Getting a
down.
little worn. Yeah, getting a little worn.
Mm.
I haven't even got really my money's worth yet.
And also another huge congrats for content lead at
Thank you.
517 as well. I
Mm.
feel like this all happened within a week or like a 2 week
This
span, and it's
this
like
is
everything
yeah.
like
So
together.
this is what I'm saying. Like I believe in everything happens for a reason, and
Yeah.
obviously I saw you guys' podcast, and I was like, I was talking to Eric about it, and I was like, I do love because I love to chat, ain't it? I'm a Brit. I like chatting, and do you know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like, let's just do a podcast, man. Let me just go on one and just have a chit chat and whatnot. And then everything just started kind of happening. Obviously, the merch, and then the 517 content lead as well. Um, so it was just yeah, it was very weird timing. Very weird timing.
Yeah, because we were scrolling through it. I was like, oh shit, he hit 300. Oh
Mm,
shit, merch up. Oh shit, content
mm,
lead. I was like, what the fuck? This happened all in
yeah,
October. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
this
But
is
wait,
so
she was
cool.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
honestly, it's very the last 6 months, very strange. Everything that has kind of happened, and stuff's happened for good reason, stuff's happened for bad reason, but like the good has outweighed obviously the bad. Especially 2020, it's such a testing year for
Oh my
everyone.
gosh.
The
Yeah.
pandemic and your guys' election, all of that sort of stuff. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
Joseph's
So
election.
it's
Not my. I'm Canadian. I'm not involved with that.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
Well,
not. I'm
anyway,
French
okay.
Canadian. That's Joseph's election. That's not mine.
You could say, well, anyway, I feel like that's affected probably everyone around the world.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even I was sitting at work watching, I had my phone on tilted on my desk, had Twitter up, was watching all the news and whatnot. I've never been so invested in American politics before. Um, but that as well as a pandemic, everyone has been, I feel like, has been tested. And I think obviously with what's happened and it's dreadful and
Mhm.
whatnot, but I think it's kind of a blessing in a weird way because I think for me personally, it's made me a lot stronger. It's made me a lot stronger regarding mentally. I would say
Mhm.
probably the first half of the year when it all kicked off because I work for the National Health Service over here. It's called the NHS.
Mhm.
So I was working at a hospital when this was all happening.
Oh
Um,
man, how did that
yeah,
go? Like, how was that?
so like, I'm not frontline, don't get me wrong, I'm not a surgeon, I'm I'm
No.
admin staff, like, don't get that I can't like, do heart surgery or nothing.
You want to
Um,
try?
no, 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 I think I think I'll be fine. Um, but that was very testing because we knew what was coming before, say, for instance, the general public did, because we could see it happen behind the closed doors. We knew what was happening. Um, so that was very testing, and I moved jobs throughout a pandemic as well, which I wouldn't recommend to anyone. It's
No.
that's quite stressful. Trying to learn a new job while that's all going on was very stressful. But the second half of this year, even though it's all still going on, I feel a lot stronger now. Um, a lot stronger. So yeah, everything's kind of. I feel like it's been a testing year, but a good year for everyone in
Mhm.
a weird way.
I
In a
think
weird
I
way.
think we can all relate to that where I think
Mm.
there was a lot of self growth for like everybody in terms but also
Mhm.
like getting to know yourself because during a pandemic we had a lockdown down in March.
Mhm.
We're just starting small regions and how they're doing in Canada is instead of locking down the whole country because we're so
Mhm.
massive um and we have this thing called the Atlantic bubble so it's been really
Okay.
good as
Mhm.
well as like the rest of Canada. I live in a province that's in an orange zone, and they kind
Mhm.
of they made it so that if you're in a red zone, you go into lockdown. So some of the regions in my province has already started locking down. So it's more of a
Okay.
targeted approach that they're trying out
Yeah.
right now. And obviously with Christmas around the corner, we don't know what's going to happen afterwards. So it's a lot
No.
of just like uncertainty at the moment, and we've busted our numbers from back in March. So right now they're estimating over 20,000 cases daily by December, which is insane in the province.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like dealing with all these things, but also like, for example, me and Joseph have met through Aura, but like I got to meet some of my amazing friends through something that didn't end up working out in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, with I don't know if you
It's a
saw everything that happened.
blessing.
So it's like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, everything that happened
It
in that, but
it's
it's like at the same time, like
mm,
it was super stressful that week when everything was going down because I had
mm,
to take kind of like this leadership position for everybody while I just kind of
mhm.
treaded through this, and then
Yeah.
afterwards I got to keep some of my closest friends together. So I got to keep Joseph and a lot of the closer friends that I met through that. And like through this
Mhm.
pandemic, I've learned a lot about myself and how much confidence I have and how strong I am. So starting up this podcast again that we had back
Yeah.
in Or, and I was like, man, I love talking just like you, Nathan. So I was like, I just
Yeah.
want to keep going. I just
Just
want to
do
keep
it.
chatting.
Yeah. No, like, I feel like shout out to you guys as well because obviously I'm an observer and
Hmm.
we all kind of saw, and obviously we won't talk about it because as much. I personally could see what was happening, and you guys did handle yourself, not kissing your asses, but you guys handled yourself very well.
Hmm.
An unfortunate situation, but like we're saying, an unfortunate situation that has happened, but it's still a blessing because you guys have made friends from it, and
Hmm.
do you know what I mean? So I feel like it is very this year. Nobody could have predicted what like has happened this year, and what potentially still could happen with the last month that we've got left.
Yeah,
Um,
holy, yeah, you don't
so
even know.
yeah, no, I think everything has been testing, but a blessing.
This
Oh, that's a good rhyme. I'm gonna use that
testing, but a
slogan.
blessing. Let's
Oh,
go.
copyrighted.
Slap
Oh,
that
Bars.
don't
on a
start.
t-shirt.
Don't
Put
start on
that on a
copyrighted
t-shirt.
as well. Jesus Christ,
That's a,
DMCA. That's another copyrighted conversation, ain't it? Oh,
It's
oh,
over, man. You've ended it
oh,
all.
oh.
oh.
Should we talk about the Twitch atmosphere and the DMCA stuff
Go
happening?
for it. Go
Yeah,
for it.
I
Yeah.
have
Mhm.
a very, I think, different opinion than some
Mhm.
people on certain things. Certainly, like the pay for affiliate stuff that came out too. I think a
Mhm.
lot of people view it as a bad thing. Well, I'm like, they're trying their best helping this DMCA situation.
Yeah.
I,
So
I,
like,
I get the grind to affiliate, but it's like it's kind of like this child. I'm sorry for anybody who disagrees with me, but a child perspective in terms of like, oh well, I had to grind for it, so he has to grind for it. So it's like, no, it doesn't have to be like that. You know,
I
it's
think
okay.
it's very the whole affiliate. So my process on Twitch was very weird. I joined in 2018 and I didn't start streaming until 2019. I
Mm.
didn't stream for a year. Um, my first stream, I had like over 150 viewers. Like it was
Whoa,
all, yeah,
Nathan, what?
yeah, because I was a moderator and I still love modding. Like if there's a few channels that I mod for, and I'm not as hardcore as what I used to be because I think that's definitely a tiring process as well as streaming to kind of you're either one or the other.
Yeah.
You're either you kind of go more to one side. But yeah, I had like over 150 viewers on a first stream. I was actually sitting like on my bed with a PlayStation 4 camera set up playing Diablo.
Wow.
Yeah, I was playing Diablo. Um, so I reached the affiliation process pretty quickly. All I just needed to do was do the streams, the whole
Yeah, the
followers
seven
and
days and the
average. That
yeah.
was all. That was all. I think I averaged with like 23 at the end of an affiliation
Oh
process.
my
So
god.
yeah, it's all very. So it's very hard for me to, and I always say to people because I do get people ask me like, why? How did you do it? How have you done it so easily? And I don't really know, so it's when I see obviously people do say about the affiliation process, I don't really talk about it because I feel like I can't relate as much. Probably that the majority of a lot of
Mhm.
people did have get an affiliate, working for those 30 followers, people going into discords, going into self-promote, dropping their links, like going into every channel saying hi, blah blah blah. It just never happened for me. So it was kind of um when I see it all in the whole DMCA, and I think the way that I see the whole DMCA situation, I'm gutted I can't listen to my music. Like I am gutted I can't listen to some
Yeah, I
songs.
think a lot of people feel that way. Yeah.
But we all know we shouldn't be doing it. At the end of the day, you do not have the right for the music. We don't have the right. So before, obviously, they would mute the VODs, and I think that was a perfect thing. Obviously, I think if this year hadn't have happened, I don't think the DMCA would have gone as mad as what it has done.
Mhm.
Um, the handling process of it is appalling. it's
Yeah, to
it's
say the least. Yeah.
it's appalling. The whole kind of no warning. Okay, delete your clips. Actually, you can delete your clips, but we still got hold of them, so they can still DM. All do you know what I mean? All this sort of stuff. Um, I feel sorry for anyone that has clips from their streaming career as such for 2, 3 years and having to wipe them all or download them. Like I said, I was very fortunate for the first. I got my PC set up this year, so the majority of my clips were me sitting on a bed with PlayStation 4 direct streaming. I wasn't streaming through like capture card or whatnot. So I didn't play any music because I physically couldn't.
Mhm.
So any clips that I've got on mine from like the old days, as I call them, they all just stayed because I couldn't get rid of them. It was only probably a couple that I had that I know I had, where obviously you got the PC and we all played music and
Mhm.
whatnot.
On
But
it, yeah.
the whole paying for the kind of the partnership, was it Monte something?
Monster Cat,
Monster
yeah.
Cat.
Yeah, that's it. I don't really know them too much. I don't know where they're based or what their kind of thing is, but I I if
Sigh.
everyone's got an opinion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
of
much
course.
everyone's got an opinion. We're all not going to agree. It doesn't it doesn't affect me right now. So to be honest,
You're you're just very
Shrug.
indifferent about it, yeah.
because I feel like I can't turn around and say no, that's fair. No, that's not fair. Because at the end of the day, I'm not in the situation going through it. Some of these people might find it brilliant that you
Mhm.
can do this sort of stuff, and if you go down that route, go down that route. Um, Twitch, I hope they've learnt this year. It's kind of, I love them, and at the end of the day, they do own us because at the end of the day, you don't have to pay to stream, and this
No.
is. I think it would all be very different if we had to pay 9.99 a month or something like that. Pay it a month. You get the music because you're paying to stream. You're paying to use their service. We're we using it for free. It's the same with Twitter and Instagram. I think it won't be long in the future, and they'll be charging you to use these apps or for extra features. Do you know what I mean? Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's a business. Twitch is a family. The people at the top sometimes don't know what they're doing, but that's like with everything, every job. Sometimes the top boss doesn't know what they're doing. Um, but hopefully they can handle things a little bit better next year.
Yeah, and
Just a little bit.
oh yeah, put fingers crossed on that one. But I was talking, and I don't shut up about this because I've been watching so much content about people who kind of know what they're talking about, and when it comes to that whole DMCA stuff. And obviously, if you don't
Mhm.
own the rights to anything, don't play it. And as somebody who works in TV, if you don't own any rights, don't do it. Certainly, there's personal license versus broadcast license versus
Yeah.
all these things that you need to be fully aware of when it
Mhm.
comes down to it. So I have not shut up to Joseph about this DMCA stuff. About like specifically DMCA stuff, sure, but like the public servers that have access, even if you delete your clips, is such a huge issue that people are like focusing
Yeah.
on the I can't play music, but it's like this is illegal. What they're doing right now.
That's the thing. So I wasn't expecting that. When it then
No.
got turned around and they replied to somebody responding to their tweet, I thought, you cheeky buggers. All right, you've told me to delete my clip, but now you're keeping it. If I click delete at the end of the day, if we click delete, it should be deleted. It shouldn't then be able to be accessed by anyone else. If I'm clicking delete off your system, delete it. It shouldn't be there at the end of the day.
Even or like at
Um,
least just like a private server if it's like banned materials that they need
yeah.
evidence for, sure. But the
Mhm.
main thing is like they're public servers. Could you imagine if your toddler walks in naked or something like that, and you try and delete everything, or you
Yeah.
flash your address by accident, or you
Yeah.
think it's gone forever? It's not gone forever, and like that's the main issue. It's like
It's
these are
not.
the issues that needs to be
Yeah.
talked about. So I'm so vocal about it because I'm like, what the fuck? This isn't supposed to be happening.
But I think it's very much the case of it's been done very well because it's been masked by DMCA. It's been masked by it. Everyone is
Yeah.
focused on the whole music problem because
Yeah.
we're all children and we all want to do what we want and want to play our own music and this not. But the underlying fact is, where are these clips going? Who has access to these clips after we delete them?
Mhm.
And
Everybody.
And yeah, and
which is the concerning thing. It's so concerning.
Yeah.
Like
'cause
it's just.
I'm-
But I'm glad that it got brought up. I'm glad it got flagged up, and obviously I know it's not kind of spoken about as much as what it should be.
yeah,
Mhm.
but
But people need to start paying attention now to. And I still see people play their poxy music without a care in the world and whatnot, and it's disheartening because it's it's very much the case. Unless it happens to them, they don't care.
yeah,
They don't
exactly. And as
care.
soon as they get banned or something,
Oh,
then
they're gonna
like,
pipe up.
yeah, oh yeah,
they'll
you know they're
pipe up
gonna
on
like
Twitter.
run a
Oh
twit
god.
longer on about Twitch.
Don't start me on Twitlongers either. I swear to God, they need to be left in 2020 as well. I'm sick. And do you know what the ones I hate? And I know it works, and it really pisses me off. Oh, I don't know if we're allowed to curse, but
Yeah, that's
um,
fine. Yeah.
it really annoys me because you're doing it for an impression,
Yeah.
right? And you've got it because I click on it and you go, haha, only joking. I think, oh, fuck's sake, you've wasted 2 seconds of my life, but it works. But because the thing is, right? Sorry, I'm going off tangent. I do
Go
this
ahead,
quite
go
a
ahead.
lot.
Go for it.
Twitlongers and fleets, right? I don't know if you guys are aware of what a fleet is now.
Yes, I
Twitter
posted my
story.
cat on it. That's about
Right.
it.
So a fleet, yeah, I want to stay. I don't want them going. I want a name changed. I don't know where they got the thought process of a fleet. I don't know what a fleet
Fleeting
is.
thought, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. But if Twitlongers can get deactivated and banned, keep a fleet. I love my fleets now. Because I have my Twitter as like kind of like my content and put my clips and posted all that sort of stuff. But I have an Instagram.
Yeah.
Both my Twitter and Instagram were personal before I joined Twitch because I never kind of thought what has happened would happen. So my Instagram's private, but they can go through my Instagram and there'll be it's like my showcase of like my IRL stuff.
Mhm.
Obviously there's stuff that I do keep private,
Mhm.
but I post on my Instagram stories, like I'll have people come into the stream and they go, oh, you love just laying in bed and just napping, don't you? And I'm like, well, they've only seen that because of my Instagram story.
Yeah.
So them adding that on Twitter, I was like, well, it's one less thing for me to do. I can all kind of post everything on kind of Twitter as much. But the name choice is appalling, absolutely appalling. I don't know where they got that from, but I like it. Give me some
Yeah.
stickers and filters, and you can
Oh yeah,
stay.
they
You
need to
can,
like add some effects
yeah.
and some fun
It's a
stuff to
bit
it. Yeah.
basic at the minute. It's just me text, like me font of me text on a photo or
Yeah.
whatnot, and then click fleet. Like, the name just annoys me.
I don't know if it's just
Um,
me, but like I can't surf through that because it loads so slow on my phone. I
It's
have to
so
sit there for like
Oh,
buggy.
the
it
whole
lags.
60
Yeah.
seconds. Yeah. And like I just had a complete brain fart. Oh Lord. But
Do you
yeah,
know?
I
Mm,
sit there and I have to like tap, wait. There's the picture. Tap to get to the next picture on the
yeah.
same story, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't.
They just
I
have to
can't
Do
do
you
it
know?
optimize
anymore.
it.
They need to. And another feature, I feel like I'm going to write a letter to Twitter explaining, and my opinion's going to be heard, and it will get taken action. Obviously, it won't, but they need to change the name. They need to make it a bit more. You can do more on it, so people utilize it more. Um, but also, once I've viewed it, I don't want to see that person on at the top no more. You go on it, and then it starts back from their like the beginning fleet that they've done within the 24-hour process. And I'm like, I've already watched you eat your breakfast. I don't need to watch you eat it again. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
like with
just
Snapchat, they move them to the end. I think. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
They need to do a rotation.
Just saying, we got Twitter stories before we got an edit button. I'm just
Oh
saying,
God. Do you know what?
priorities are kind of messed up.
I genuinely feel like they're doing it on purpose, and good on them, because you're getting everyone talking, you're getting everyone using your platform. Give me edit button, give me edit button, because at the end of the day, I'd love an edit button. But there has been some great typos that I have loved, and I'm such a preacher of if I see you do a typo in your tweet, I'm not gonna like it. I won't respond to it.
Mm.
I am gonna let you see if you realize you've messed it up, repost it, then you've got my full support, you know?
Wow, what a
Um,
hero.
not all heroes wear capes. That's all.
You want your impression? Got to fix your tweet.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you want my input, sort out your tweet before you post it. And don't get me wrong, I done my going live tweet. I was holding my PlayStation, saying this is another topic, but I'm the goat of Call of Duty. I'm such a everyone. I'm
Whoa.
currently nerfed by Treyarch, so I have to play on a dummy account because I'm that good. They've nerfed me. And my going live tweet said something about I'm not only just carrying this PlayStation, I'm about to carry you playing Call of Duty. Come by, blah blah blah. I done a typo on it, and I read it back, and I was like, "This is disgusting of me." But people obviously don't do what I do. They were just they were loving it, and thank you. But it would have pissed me off if I'd have seen it on the timeline with a typo.
After this, I'm gonna make a typo tweet and I'm gonna at him in it and just let it
I
sit there
trust me.
forever.
I will just mute it as well, so I don't get no notifications. Praise the Lord to the mute button. Do not get rid of the mute
Oh, I loved it
function.
so much.
I've never used the mute button ever.
Use it once you use it
Oh my God.
once, it changes your life
I've been
because
muting so many fleets, to be honest.
Oh
do
my
you know
god.
what it is? Do you know what it is? And I'm sometimes guilty of it as well. I respond to somebody's tweet, they respond back to me. If they then respond back to me, I have a conversation. I kind of you know how you can take people out of a response to a tweet
Yeah.
so they don't get the notification. I try my hardest to do that because every Tom, Dick, and Harry will have a conversation, and I feel so bad because people get notifications that don't necessarily need it. So that feature is that and the mute conversation. If you just don't want no notification, mute it. Oh, it's
Mhm.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Perfection. Love it. I had some questions lined up, but we didn't
Oh
even
God,
get it
here we
started
go.
because we're already 30 minutes
Oh,
in.
see, I told you guys this. I said to you guys, I chat a lot and
It's
I go
good
off
though. It's
topic.
good
I know it's good.
conversations.
I know it's
I
good
love
because you
this.
guys get content and kind of it's not as scripted and you kind of have
Mhm.
like a story no beginning, middle, and end, but you go. We're kind of just I don't know what path we've gone down, but we'll come back somewhere. I don't know where we've gone.
It's
But
just fun.
sat nav's not working or whatever you guys call it. I don't know if you guys call it a sat nav.
A
That's what we
sat
do.
nav?
GPS, that sounds nasty. No, sat nav. Start using sat nav.
It's like global positioning system. It makes
No,
sense.
What?
no, just be no. What you guys when you drive in, you need to be like, bruv, why is my sat nav not working? It sounds so much better than bruv. What's going on with my GPS? Don't know.
I don't
Oh,
know, man.
okay.
GPS sounds. I normally say. I normally.
Oh my
I
gosh.
Oh,
got this guy.
oh,
I normally say, what does the map say? That's all I do.
That's-
GPS is like, I don't know.
oh.
It's like, what
You're
does the
Okay.
map
old
say?
school.
Do you have like a paper map in your car, like a
No, but,
fold
like
out?
I know how to read paper maps, like the latitude, longitude,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
fun stuff. But I like instead of saying, "Hey, what's the GPS?" saying, like, "Hey, yo, what's Apple Maps there? What does Google Maps say?"
Oh, okay.
You say
I'll say
map.
sat nav. Use sat nav. Try it. Try it for a week and
My
say
brother
sat
would
nav.
probably smack me. He'd be like, "What'd you just say to me?"
Just say,
Set-
just say it's a what do people call it? It's a social experiment. Just call it a social experiment. Call in a sat nav, a GPS, a sat nav for a week, and you'll love it. You won't go back.
I'm gonna get a lot of huh?
But it'll be
That's
worth
a
it
lot.
though. It'll
Yeah,
be worth
that,
it.
that's
Trust
true.
me.
I'm gonna get so many weird
Um,
looks.
I wanted to see what got you first into creating content. So you were modding beforehand, that you told
Yeah.
me. But
Mhm.
what made you think that I want to push this go live button now?
Because my friends at the time kept turning around saying to me, "Why don't you stream? Why don't you just stream once a week? Give it a go. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't." And like I said, I was very fortunate. I will say that I had it easy compared to a lot of people,
Mhm.
and I'm very thankful for that. Um, but the at the end of the day, the way I see it is people say don't look at the numbers, and all right, yeah, it's fine turning off your view account on your OBS or whatnot, but you get an email with statistics after your stream is finished, right? Don't tell me that you don't look at your email because I know you do, right? And everyone does. Um, and you can go on your creator dashboard and see on Twitch your things over the
Mhm.
month and whatnot. Um, but everything just kind of was going well. I don't like. I done this on Thursday because we reached such a milestone. I done a 4 hour stream, so that's already 2 hours extra that week that I done.
Whoa.
I
Getting a
feel
little
a boot.
crazy there, man. With no
Whoa.
coffee.
Oh god, and we play Call of Duty, and I was like, all right, open lobbies, everyone, come on, let's play COD. Um, I realised why I don't play multiplayer games
Oh
because
no.
I either do just chatting, which I think is probably the hardest skill on Twitch
Mhm.
and the hardest category to grasp.
Mhm.
And people go, and I hate that it's called just chatting because it's so much more. Holding a conversation, I could be so good at a game, but if you can't hold a conversation, nobody's going to stay around.
No.
Nobody's going to want to chat to you. If you're just solely on the game, people go. You know what I mean? We're a conveyor belt at the end of the day. Um, People just pick and choose what they want. If they don't, they go on to the next one. So I do a lot of chatting streams. I do single player. And horror games, I get scared very easily, but I absolutely love horror games. Love it. I don't know whether it's just the fact that I like being scared, and it's a good reaction. Like I won't just do a horror game for Halloween. Oh, blah, scary alerts, blah blah. No, I don't do it. I will play it at Easter. I will play Resident Evil at Easter because that's just I just like those sort of games.
Yeah.
So I think because I kind of found I'm still growing, but I've kind of found the lane that I want to kind of go down.
Mhm.
Um, I enjoy it so much more than if I was playing open lobbies on Call of Duty all the time. And don't get me wrong, I think it's a brilliant way to grow your community and kind of grow uh, people coming in. But the one thing that I'll be proud of saying is the people that come to the stream, I know they're not there just to join in on a game.
Yeah.
And after they back out because of a rotation, they then go. Don't get me wrong, it's completely fine if people do that. But at the end of the day, they're, I know deep down they're there to see me. And because I only do the 2 streams a week, it's the only time they're going to see me. Those 2 hours on a Tuesday, 2 hours on a Thursday. That's the only time. So everything has just kind of I found like my path, and
Mhm.
that's made me kind of stick with streaming, you know?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
found your niche, one would say.
Yeah,
You're
like I
you
said, I
like
think
you yeah.
everyone can grow, and at the end of the day, I've still got a lot of work to do, but I'm happy because I kind of know what I want to do. You know, I
Yeah.
just need that little push sometimes. You know.
And that's what I was talking to Joseph as well, because I was a Fortnite streamer, and like
Disgusting.
all the just like everybody else, I guess, at that
Mhm.
time and stuff. And then I found just chatting, and I really enjoyed it. So I've been
Mhm.
doing that, but I've also been doing more stupid content. I like to call it
Mhm.
stupid content. So like I'm ordering stuff right now to paint myself green, so I can green screen myself
But that's
into a green
brilliant.
screen. So it's like I feel
Yeah.
like that's enjoyable to watch, and then I turn it
Mhm.
into a YouTube video, and I'm like, I green screen myself into a green screen, and then it's like, here you go, and then this is me fucking around with it, like just
So I'm gonna have another one coming up. So um, I've got to do it before the end of the year because Twitch sings RIP. It's going at the end of the year.
oh, I wonder
Um,
why.
well, we kind of know. So so at the beginning of the year, I don't know if you guys know, but so obviously you guys, the American people have Coachella. So it's like your big kind of Instagram. Everyone goes there. You've got all the famous people and whatnot in the
Yeah.
desert, and so the UK, we have Glastonbury, which isn't Instagrammy. It's mud, it's rain, it's people wee in cups and chuck it over in the crowd. It's very like it's Glastonbury. You wear Wellingtons or whatever you guys call it. It's not flattering. Yeah, it's very um it's it's not very nice. But I incorporated a Twitch sing stream and called it Nathanbury. So I spent time going through whoever's performed at Glastonbury to what songs are on Twitch Sings and got a set list. So I
Oh,
done like a 2 hour
nice.
stream. Yeah, so and the opening act was Kings of Nathan. So that was the Kings of Leon. They opened it up. So I done like a couple of Kings of Leon song. Um we done the headline act was Beyonce, but it was Nayonce. Like it's
did
all
you
those
dance? Like,
little
did you do
things.
the did you do the single
No,
ladies? No.
I'm sitting down, ain't it? I'm
Ah,
sitting
whack.
down. I know, I was sitting down, but I kid you not, I had like a inflatable guitar. I had lights. It
Oh,
was
wow.
like I put a lot of effort into it. And next month I'm doing a Christmas kind of cosplay kind of, but we're doing Navcella. So I've now got to do the whole. I wanted to get like a ton of sand and a palm tree and just put it in my room, but I don't think my mum and dad would be happy if they turn up from work and see sand sitting on the driveway. Um, but I,
You won't know if you don't try.
God, but I agree with the whole just like the just chatting, but kind of doing your own little thing to make you
Yeah.
different. And like Twitch
Yeah.
sings, anyone could do Twitch sings, but I will go into the effort of right. I'm calling this an event. I'm
Yeah.
getting a set list. I. You have to stand out from everyone else. You have to like.
Mhm.
Otherwise, at the end of the day, the category nobody scrolls down to the bottom. You need to market yourself and kind of do things differently to push you up.
Mhm.
So the whole painting yourself green, I'm here for it. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely
So
here for it.
so what was the other streams that I did? I want to do painting myself green because I have a green screen, so I want to mess around
Hmm.
with that. But can't remember what other dumb thing I did.
The balloons?
Oh, I filled my room up with
Mm.
balloons. Yeah,
Hmm.
that was super fun.
See, it's
For
all
one
those
thing.
little things, you know,
Yeah. And
make
then
yourself different.
yeah, and then people remember. They're like, oh,
That's the balloon girl.
that's the
Yeah.
balloon girl.
Oh, look, she's got the number one in her bookshelf. I remember that stream. You know
That
what I mean?
stream,
So,
yeah, and then it's in my my cover art, I guess, on Twitter, like the banner
hmm,
thing at the top.
yeah,
It's
hmm,
there, me holding the number one. So
yeah,
really cool. I really like that. I like people who like to innovate and do different things, like what you're doing, like making a whole event and stuff. I guess it invites people to come in and like chat, and you're like,
hmm,
holy shit, this is so much fun, and like everybody's
hmm,
having a blast, and it keeps people watching for longer too. So
yeah,
yeah,
100. It's like you guys know Wizology.
yeah.
I know Wiz IRL as well. He doesn't live that far from me. I'm unfortunate for him. But he done his Bob Ross painting stream,
Oh
and
my
I
god.
remember the first Bob Ross painting, and he done a bloody good job with the painting. Like, hats off to him. He's a numpty and he's an idiot, and he's probably gonna hate me for calling that, but he can paint. I
Yeah.
was very impressed with it, and that's what I mean. He could have just done a chatting stream and just got a painting and just look what I made, or just do a tweet. Oh, look what I done. But
Hmm.
he went that extra mile of right. I'm
Yeah.
becoming Bob Ross, and I now know. To be honest, um, I'm wrong because obviously Bob Ross has kind of been around for I don't know how long for, but I only know Bob Ross through Wiz. So when I see other people do, oh, we're doing Bob Ross cosplay and painting, I'm like, hey, that's Wiz's idea. Obviously, I know it's not, but he done the smart thing of planting that in my brain that I
Yeah.
remember Bob Ross because of him, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's how like I'm the same as you where I saw that Bob Ross stream and all the clips that came from it and the photos and I was like, "Holy
Yeah.
shit, this is so funny." And now it's forever implanted in my brain. So now I'm like, "I want to do a Bob Ross stream." And I was like, "No, I can't
Hmm.
because Wiz did it and it's his idea and I don't want to look like I'm stealing it." That's like really
That's what
funny.
I've wanted to do painting on a stream, but I'm like, who's gonna watch Nathan paint? You know what I mean? They're not gonna. But I would have to kind of brand it and make it stand out
Yeah.
that like you could do painting with your eyes closed, but I wonder how many times that's been done. Do you know what I mean? It's like you have to think about it. So Wiz done a very good
In
job with it.
marketing it. Yeah, it's he did really great. I wanted to talk about your org a little bit because they're gonna do something special in terms of like shouting us out and whatnot. So I wanted to talk a little bit about
Hmm.
our your org 517.
Yep.
What got you interested in them? Like, what did you see that like?
Okay, so I'm I've got a lot of American friends. I've probably got more American friends than I do have British. So time zones are like my biggest. I hate them. It's horrible because I can't watch streams. I can't be in voice chats not a
Hmm.
lot of the time. Um, so I'm mod for somebody called Tario TV.
I know
He's such.
Tario. Yeah, yeah,
I love Tario and
yeah.
he hates me because I always praise him so much. But I've got the absolute time and day for that guy.
Hmm.
Um, so I knew 517 because he also has somebody else on who moderates for him and was part of the community called Moon Bun. She kind of changes her name quite a lot. I think at the minute she's called Baked Bunny. I think that's the name she's sticking with at the
Okay.
minute. Um, but I knew 517 because of she was part of the team. Hounchy was part of the team. So I knew of them, and I think I had a conversation with Bun and we was just chatting about teams and I always kind of doubted myself, like, why would a team want me? I only do 2 hours a week. This is when I was only streaming once a week.
Hmm.
Why would a team want to be part of me? I've done well without a team. If I wanted to join a team, what would happen? And to be honest with you, I'm a sucker for branding, right? I am an
Hmm.
absolute sucker for colors. Their color scheme fitted so well with mine. Like it all just looked, and the people I knew of got on with them so well. And we
Hmm.
spoke about it, and Bun said, "Would you be interested?" Let me speak to the guy who was running the team at the time. Popped in a call. I said, "I can do this. I can't do this. Blah blah blah." Um, I kind of want to be part of something, and make something grow. And then the rest is history. Now it's content lead, and I helped recruit not our latest member because we've just announced somebody else, but somebody called Thief. Um, he raided Tario once. And very and as a moderator, when somebody raids a channel, obviously 9 times out of 10 you shout them out, but I like to have a conversation and kind of get to know the
Hmm.
person if I don't know them. Very nice guy, very nice guy. So I was like, let me drop you a follow and come and watch you. Um, so the team's directions kind of we want to get a lot more COD content, especially obviously Cold War now coming out. Um, he was very good at the game, but not just that, he loved to chat as well. And his community always moaned at him, was like, "You always chat," and he's just like, "I like just having a chat as well." And
Hmm.
him and his community was such great vibes, and I was like, "I want you on the team."
Hmm.
He was like, "Can I come back to you in a week? I want to speak to people." I was like, "Oh my god!" Like being content lead, like I've told management on the team like, "Oh, this is looking good," and if it all falls through, I feel bad. Obviously, he joined the team and he's so happy to be part of it. But being involved in that kind of process of building something and kind of being like a a peer to people, I
Hmm.
like trying to help um people because at the end of the day, my journey has been very different to a lot of people. So if I can kind of help in any sort of way, whether that is regarding Twitter, if it's regarding streaming, I'm not the best. Don't get me wrong. I'm not your Harris Heller of everything, but I can do what I can do, and it,
Mhm.
it works for me. So that's I'm glad. I'm so thankful. I'm glad that I joined them and the opportunities that we've done and the direction it's going.
Mhm.
We just brought on a British person, so I was the only Brit at the time. So that was like
Aw.
kind of my little niche. Now we got another
Yeah.
British, and he's called Crumpet. And obviously, British
Nice.
people eat crumpets. It's like, so I'm always looking for people to bring on, and I'm such a firm believer of diversity on a
Mhm.
team.
Mm.
I am sick to death of seeing white males on teams, and that is it. I hate it. I honestly hate it because at the end of the day, if we're all growing in the world of everyone is equal, we need to start advertising it. Need to start showcasing so it's not, oh, look, somebody of a different race or a different gender. That wouldn't be a question. It wouldn't
Mhm.
get looked at. It wouldn't get looked at. It's, oh, this person has joined.
Mhm.
But I feel like we're still not there. So
No.
that's what I've said to management. My next thing is I want more females on the team. I want different races and everything because at the end of the day, we need to be different. We need to stand out. We need to show that our family welcomes everyone,
Mhm.
and I'm such a firm believer of that. And it's that's kind of the direction that I keep pushing at. Um, Especially with Thief. Thief, he's black, so he's the first black member, I believe, that joined the team. And I'm glad that, and I said that I was very open with him. I wanted diversity on the team, and it's everyone should feel welcome. So the fact that him joining the team, somebody of a different race of white that isn't white could be like, oh look, Thieves joined the team. Do you know what I mean? Oh look, they accept everyone.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm such a firm believer of, and equality and diversity, and as if I can help change that regarding the team and our vision and our community, they're a great bunch of people. Like I love that team so much. And when you
Mhm.
see teams fall apart, and it's like obviously with your guys, still
Rest in
having
peace.
friends. Sorry, no, but like having
Stay
friends.
blessed.
I wish that if anything did happen with the team, I've got a family still. Do you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that's what I want to create. Obviously, with every team has got a goal. They want to be the next phase. You want to be the next this, but you have to be like, right, we are small. There is many teams out there. Some people
Mhm.
call themselves teams, and I kind of question it. I'm like, okay, it's if you want to call yourself that, that is fine. Um, so it's like we've just brought on some kind of like pro people that play competitively because we didn't have that. So Eric suggested about bringing them on. Um, we've got a mix of streamers and YouTubers. We want to get more YouTubers onto the team. A lot of
Mhm.
streamers we kind of want to,
Mhm. People
recruit.
overlook YouTubers so
Yeah,
hard, and
and
I'm like,
and this
oh.
is what I do. I don't know YouTube. Do not know it. I don't know it. So the current YouTubers that we do have, we have Bronx, Panda, and Emphy. I've said to all of them, I will help you as much as I can. But regarding networking and growing, I will struggle because I do it not as, oh, I'm messaging somebody to work with them. As a streamer, you interact with chat live.
Yeah.
It's very easy to grow when it's a live kind of live aspect. Whereas if you upload a video, you reply to comments, it's not live. And I'm such a I personally find it hard to watch a streamer without a webcam. Not saying that they're not as good as people with webcams, but I love that interaction.
Mhm.
I kind of end up just looking at the person like in a
Yeah,
creepy way.
yeah.
Like my mum and dad will walk in and I'm just sitting there like going like look at the camera and they're like, "What are you looking at?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just talking to the person. I'm on FaceTime."
Yeah.
Um, but YouTube is such a kind of not appreciative part of teams, I personally think, and I think they do need a lot more because, like I said, editing scares me. You
Mhm.
do your editing, and I've said to you, I've said to you, like, editing, oh, if you gave me, what is it, Adobe or whatever it is, like,
Yeah.
or Premiere Pro or whatever, I'd sit there and scream. Like, I wouldn't know what to
That's
do.
what
Like,
Joseph did. And then I sat down with him and I was like, Joseph, this is how, let's
yeah.
just break the program down because obviously it's
Mm-hmm.
so overwhelming looking at that. Like, let's break it
Mm-hmm.
down.
So
It's super
scary.
easy. And then I think now he feels more comfortable.
The last
But,
like 2 days, she has spent like an hour or two
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
every night teaching me something different.
Mm-hmm.
And like I remember I was like, Jackie, I hate it. I'm never gonna use this program again. I hate it. And then she sat down and I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because
We,
I just didn't know how to navigate it.
Yeah.
And when she showed me, I was like, oh, thank goodness, it's not that bad.
can we talk about how in the video, the
Oh
part of the
God.
video with your ass shaking?
Yeah.
Okay. It was like a part of the video when he's like twerking or
Okay.
whatever. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a clip that he has in the beginning, and I was like, you
Okay.
know what would be so funny is we track his butt like going like this.
Mm.
So I was teaching how to
So
do
you
that.
teaching him how to track his own butt
Yeah.
while editing. Brilliant. That is goals. If I could turn around and say, Mum, I know how to track my own butt while editing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh my gosh. Like I was like,
uh,
oh, it's gonna be pretty funny. And then when I saw it happen, it was 10 times funnier than I thought it would be.
mm.
Yeah,
I
and
was
you
like,
loved it.
yo.
Well, now you know how to do it. Keyframes are everything, man. So
I
it's
can't wait.
So
I'm gonna
that's the
do it
thing.
everywhere.
Like YouTube and editing is very. I like I said, it leaves a lot more credit. It's easy for everybody just to hit that live button. Well,
yeah.
I say that lightly, but just click go live. Hello, blah blah blah. Right, see you later. I'll see you next week. And the process of the whole recording a video, getting the content, editing it, doing this and that, and keeping to a schedule as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
not to promo, but Matty, you guys both know very well.
Yeah.
Great friend of mine. He's kind of heavily focused on the whole YouTube thing at the minute, and his channel Matty Reacts, plugging it,
Yeah.
has done so well, and I'm so proud of him. Not that he's not capable of doing it, but like when I speak to him and I'm like, he's like, how's your day at work, blah blah blah, I'm like, yeah, it's good. He's like, right, I need to edit this video, I need to do this, and I need to, and you forget how much goes into the process of when I
Mm-hmm.
click play to watch your 8 to 10 minute video. Do you know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
do forget.
Yeah, with
So,
Maddie as well, like after the whole falling out and whatnot, there's a lot of people that I still wanted to keep a connection with. And I've
mm-hmm,
known Maddie like as an acquaintance on the timeline type of thing for a while.
mm-hmm,
And I was like, oh, whatever. And then he joined Aura. And then I really got to know him more personally. And we like instantly clicked. So then we've been
yeah,
talking almost every day at this point, and he's been
mm-hmm,
talking to me about Reacts before it went public and
yeah,
whatnot. And he's been sharing me the analytics because we're both super into YouTube and analytics and stuff. Like
mm-hmm,
one of the girls that I edit for, she has a 300K YouTube channel, but I get to look at her dashboard fully and I get to see
mm-hmm,
all her numbers and everything, and it's so interesting to see how things work. So we're trying different things out, we're trying to see what
mm-hmm,
works and what doesn't, so we're suggesting videos to her and then whatnot. So like having him go through and like talk to me about everything, I think he just hit 1K now, so it's like
yeah.
holy
He sent
crap.
me. He sent me a screenshot. So I'm a weirdo. I've got a YouTube account on my iPad, and then I've got one on my phone. I think I clicked the wrong button on my phone, so I've got two. So I was like, I definitely subscribe to him on one. I need to make sure that I do it on the other.
Yeah.
And then I said to him, "Yo, you've only got 9 to go." Blah blah blah. And then I think probably an hour before you guys called me, he sent me that he submitted his application. Um,
Yep.
and I'm so proud of him, and I hope that he gets it. And because I feel like that's especially. Obviously the kind of like the fallout and whatnot, um this is such a boost for him, because
Mhm.
he now knows I don't just have to stream.
No.
I don't have to rely on that. I can now put energy into this channel as well as the other one, and you've got two different types, do you know what I mean, two different audiences that can interact over them both. So like I said, I'm very proud of that guy, of everything that he's God, I'm gonna sound like I'm like doing a Grammy speech, but yeah, no, I'm very proud of him. Very proud of Matty,
Yeah, no, the
what he's
same
done.
thing with me and when he opened up about it. And I've been talking with Wiz, and me and Wiz
Hmm.
are, I don't know how much I can talk about it, or doing something tomorrow together. But it's like,
Oh, he told me like, oh, I'm so excited about a YouTube, blah blah blah,
yeah.
and I was like, yeah, like I can't stand that with people, and he must know that he annoyed me. Don't you just hate it when somebody goes, oh my god, can you believe what happened? And you go, what? Oh no, I can't tell you, I can't.
Can we
It's
talk
my
about
little.
what we were talking? Okay, can we talk about that DM when you first hit me up and whatnot, and I was talking to Maddie because
Mhm,
I know you guys are friends, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna
mhm,
get Nathan on for a podcast. I'm so excited, blah blah blah. And
mhm.
then you guys have an inside joke or something running together, and it was something along the lines of, and he said, just ask him or just say, guess what? And then when he answers, just say nothing. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I did it, and then
Mhm.
I screenshotted it and sent it over to him, and he got so mad.
So my little kind of, and it's not just Matt. It started off with Matty. I do it in
Yeah.
Tario's channel. I kind of I need to stop doing it, but I have too much fun doing it. So next time you're in a streamer's chat, just go into there and just go, oh, guess what? So I started off doing guess what, and then I was like, they're gonna know, they're gonna clock on if I do guess what. So I'll put like, oh my god, they go what? Just put nothing and do the smiley face, do the casual smiley face,
Yeah.
like the colon and the bracket. Um, so I'm it's very hypocritical because I hate it when somebody goes to me, oh, guess what? And I'm like, what? And they're like, I can't tell you, but I do exactly the same. But I just get more fun out because Matty gets vet. I think I've got record. I have written it down. I think I've done it 6 times in one stream that he has fell for it and gone, yeah,
No.
and he gets mad. Like I've been banned. He's banned me in one of his stream before. He got that. Obviously, unbanned me, but it's so much fun. So I'd recommend it if you're just sitting there watching a stream and you're just like, oh, let's liven it up or do something and start doing it. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah. Oh my god, we just hit an hour right now. I think I'll
Oh
ask
my god,
Fuck yeah.
sorry.
I'll ask one last I'll ask one last question,
Mhm.
and you can go as in depth as you want with
Go
this
for
one.
it.
Who's one of your biggest inspiration in the industry right now? Like, who do you look up to? And
Regarding streaming,
it could be like your friends or somebody who a big streamer or whatever
okay,
you
so
like.
I don't watch big streamers.
Okay.
I
No.
so when I very tell a lie. When I very first started, I used to watch Courage. Used to
Mhm.
watch him quite a lot. I don't know. I kind of like connect with him a lot more. He's not the stereotypical kind of looking kind of person. I kind of resonated with that quite a lot because obviously I don't fit the kind of the mainstream kind of uh, stereotype.
Mhm.
But he went to YouTube, and I was very much. I didn't go to YouTube to watch him. Sorry,
Yeah.
Courage, if you ever watched this, I'm sorry. Um,
Hi, Courage.
but
Hit
but
subscribe.
but I my friends, right? So whether it's Matty, Tario, there's a couple of Twitch partners, Stallion. I've known
Yes,
him.
Stallion. Yeah.
IRL. I've known him since I joined Twitch. Um, Only Joey D. He's another guy who he's a friend like IRL, but I've kind of he does just chatting streams and plays whatever game he wants. I aspire to be like that. That's
Mhm.
kind of my thing. You've got people like Eric Hounchy. I aspire to be somebody like that with his thought process and kind of running a team as such. Like that's a lot of responsibility. I aspire to be somebody like that. I just I couldn't pinpoint it on one person, but I would say if you're gonna like kind of categorize it, my friends, the friends that I've made on Twitch, I'd always inspire to be like that. Some of them that don't stream anymore, like just on like a personal level, like Electricity Wave, Mike, his TikTok growth and everything like
Mhm.
that is his merch drop. His and Tario's, and I've told Tario this. I haven't actually told Wave, so if he does watch it, I appreciate me.
I'll
Um,
tag him in here.
yeah, tag him. His merch drop and Tario's inspired me to how I done mine. Don't get me wrong, I just done a tweet, but their process, he done a video to do with the launch. Tario done good photos, and they both inspired me in those sort of ways. So yeah, there's different people that have inspired me. There's people that I don't necessarily still speak to now on Twitch for whatever reasons, but that's another day. Um,
Oh.
they inspired me because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for some of these people, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So I'm such a fan, but you people can be salty and drama. I'm to be honest, I'm either napping or I'm doing something to even get on that level. But I'll always be humble, and I know where I've come from. I know where I started off, and I know where I've got to now. And you have to give credits to people that you might not necessarily want to give credit to, and that's not being rude. It's just things happen and things change. But
Mhm.
you still remember where you come from. You still remember all this sort of stuff. So yeah, I would say a lot of people probably inspired. I couldn't pinpoint it on, and I'm quite glad that I couldn't pinpoint it on one person because, like I said, there's so many people that have inspired me. Do you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
us smaller streamers over the big streamers any day. I get that is where Twitch gets their majority of their money and kind of the face of it, and I get it from a business aspect. I completely get it, but remember us small guys, and I think that's very hard when money gets involved. Obviously, the small guys don't really get thought about, which
No.
it is what it is. But at the end of the day, if we wasn't watching, we wasn't streaming, we wasn't doing this, they would be nothing. All right, yeah, they'd have a few people at the top getting. They wouldn't even be getting the money because we wouldn't be there. You know, so
Mhm.
I would say a lot of people do inspire me, 100%.
Yeah, it's a multiple people. Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. I think that's it. I think we're good.
I'm so sorry that I chewed your ear off.
There's
No,
nothing
to
wrong
be
with
honest,
that.
I love listening to people and love hearing their stories and their thought
Yeah.
process on stuff and like. So I
Hmm.
asked about the DMC and affiliate stuff and your content creation journey and where you. I didn't even know you modded. Who did you mod for?
A couple of people.
Oh, you can't say.
Just that's another story for another day.
Oh, okay, okay. Podcast part 2 then.
Oh, but I still mod for a couple of people now.
Okay.
I'm just Stallion was one of them that I started off
Yeah.
modding with. I'll say that, and I was full hardcore modding. Like I would on the way home from work, I'd be modding on my phone and whatnot. But I'm very relaxed now that it's quite nice when people don't realize me that I used to be a viewer slash modder. Like
Mm.
to start off with, not just me doing me 4 hours a week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's quite,
exactly.
it is nice, but I'll always remember it. I'll always remember
Yeah,
that.
of course. It's a part of your journey, so it's always
Mm-hmm.
good to look back at humble beginnings.
100%.
But
100%.
if you guys want to check out Nathan Robb, I'll leave a link to his Twitter down below. Nathan Robb
Thank
double
you.
underscore I think or one underscore.
Oh God, for my Twitter.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have everything the same. I make it so difficult for everyone. Yeah, Twitter's Nathan at Nathan Rob 2 underscores. Yeah, because I wasn't basic just to have one. I had to.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he has
that extra mile.
all his information, all his Twitch is on there. So you want to go check out his
Yeah,
stream?
just
I
go.
highly suggest. Want to catch him for those
Thank you.
4 hours a week that you do?
Oh, they'll probably come and they'll be like, "Why did they tell me to go here? Why did they tell me to come by?"
No, they're
Don't
gonna be
blame them.
glad when they watch it. They're like, "Holy shit, she's right."
Do you know? Sorry, I know we're just
Worth.
wrapping up. Do you know what? I know we're just wrapping up. I had somebody DM me the other day, and this is what I stress about pushing your content out. Some people don't like tweeting and whatnot, and I love Twitter. That's just me. I had
Mhm.
somebody actually DM me saying they found my content, they found my stream through clips on Twitter. So if you're
Mhm.
not pushing your content out somewhere, clips, anything like that, I know there's a lot of people that Twitter people get past the toxic side of Twitter, do some unfollowing, and push
Purge.
your content out. Yeah, do a
Yeah.
purge. It's fun.
Nice purge. But yeah, so check him out and go watch his stream. Obviously, you can also catch the podcast on Spotify, so go and check it out. Go check out as well Nathan's team 517,
Thank you.
and all our stuff is down below. So go and check us out. We're active. Go say hi. So thank you all so much again, and we're gonna say bye. We're all gonna wave and say bye, but have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.